Hey guys, so in my so I posted a video that is like about 2 hours long about Gyze's extended. And if you guys really are not interested in that, like I don't blame you. So I'm just gonna go over just the deck. This is literally a simplified version. Okay, so check it. I'm just gonna go over deck lists. I'm not gonna beat around the bush this time. So this is the simplified version. If you want to go and see the horrible train wreck that is the full with the extended fights against Kagero, freaking Link Joker, and Mega Colony, feel free to. If you check out the Mega Colony at the end of it, it was not really well done. It's whatever. I should just stick to making deck lists and not doing the fights. So anyway, Gyze. Yes. Gyze's back in my channel. Double-sided card. It is a unique card that basically, when you reveal a trigger, instead of getting any power from it, you just bind one Xerath Dragon from your Generation Zone face up. If you look on the card carefully, there is a specific Ultimate Stride condition specific only to Dragon Deity such in Gyze, which I will get into later. I run at least 4 Imaginary Gift Protects, because I don't really get that many, but it's good to have 4. We'll go into the Generation Zone. Why not? Because here's the Generation units. So it's one of each. One Black Elilith, one Black Seraph Elilith, one Super Bubble Hospital Firmament Glands, one Holy Seraph Suriel, and one Holy Seraph Parashell. There's only 4 Generation Guardians, and I'm keeping it like that, just to keep it short and sweet. There it is. Next up, we're going to have the Generation Zone. So, if you know about the choice restriction, you can't have your over trigger with a Xerath Dragon of Zenith Peak Ultima, so I just run the 5 others. So, Xerath Dragon of Distant Sea Megiddo, Xerath Dragon of Netherworld Dust, Xerath Dragon of Inferno Drachma, Xerath Dragon of Destroy Star Stark, and Xerath Dragon of Death Garden Zoa. So, there is that. Those are the Xerath Dragons, so there's that. Then the rest of the Generation Zone consists of 4 Holy Seraph Zafkeels, 2 Evangel Seraph Raphael Mitras, and 1 Holy Seraph Besaciel, just so, you know, get that extra leeway to die at 7 or 8, and then you heal 2 cards, and you get your 6 drive checks for Gyze. So, there is that. I might post a better fight later with Gyze, but right now I should just focus on deck lists. Putting them in the same video as a fight is horrible. So now I'm gonna freak. Here I am just talking about it. All right, so I'm gonna have to separate these. If you'll see how I'm doing it, I have a specific way of putting cards, so that way it helps me keep my thoughts together and it doesn't really bother the heck out of me. I am mainly an Angel Feather player, as you will see in a moment. So let's put everything in the right location. I do separate my triggers. Let's see. Wow, so far you guys can see everything, which is pretty decent. I don't know how I think I'm just so used to doing it that it just happens. Look at that. Look at that expert placement. Ooh, love it, love it, love it. Man, this is how you can tell I've done it so much, because it's like, oh, pretty pristine. So let's start with the trigger lineup. So I do run rainbow triggers because I like rainbow triggers, but I have 3 Happy Bell No-Ciel and 1 Doctroid Refros for the stands, the 1 Bard of Heavenly Song Alpac for the front because it is a 20,000 shield. Next up is, I can't even read the name of that, it's so sparkly. It's like the True Arbiter Dragon of 100 Swords, Boralvals, I think. So that's the world order for Keter Sanctuary, so I love it. Next, you have your crits, crit strides, so 4 of Augment Angel. Of course, you need to have your Heal Guardian, so 4 of Transcendent Divider Cassiels. And then 2 of the Battle Cupid No-Ciels. 2 draws are good. I used to have 1 crit null, but then I realized from my friend incessantly telling me, you know who you are if you watch this, it is imperative to have this. So that's the trigger lineup. So that is the trigger lineup for Gyze. So it usually works. No-Ciel's there, so I can have Soul for Soul Blasting and adding cards from deck to hand. I'm just gonna shuffle this. Why not? Next up is the grade 1s. So let's separate the grade 1s. So let's see here. Ooh, expertly placed. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, bam. Okay, so we're gonna begin. So I run one Kind Care Sawtail. Is just for recycling in case I need to. We run one Aegis Mare Dragon, one Palladium Zeal Dragon. These are the Keter Sanctuary Perfect Guards, where if you have one or less cards in hand, you can discard. You can put this in the Guardian Circle without paying the cost to activate skill of attack not hitting. 2 Light Elemental Homilies, just because Excel meta is scary. 4 of the premium Black Hall Nakir, not the V-Series versions. These are great for searching your deck for the Grade 3 Gavriel to help you set up for the ultimate stride for Gyze. And finally, we have 4 of Black Closer Zophiel. So essentially, it's like a Happy Bell Nociel, but you pitch a card instead of swapping a card from hand. This is also great for rescue checking, so yeah. Also, it has a Vanguard Circle skill only. It's like if the attack hits, you draw. So this is a fairly decent starting grade 1. Or you can do these, because with Gyze, I don't know if I showed it, Gyze literally says you get no power. So that means if you don't want to give your opponent damage, you just ride into Honolly or Sartale and you swing, and you're just like, oh, you're at 8k base. If they do the like 8k base units, and it's like, oh, I won't hit, but I'll get my trigger, get no power. So yeah, that's the grade 1s. We're gonna go ahead and go into the grade 2s. There's only 10 of them. So I run 4 Black Mapping Salafiels, and then 4 Black Aquarius Jafkiels, and then 2 Rear Impetus Celestial Armatis. So Jafkiel is the optimal grade 2 in this build, because you just counterblast 1, add a card from damage to hand, damage yourself, and this card gains 3k. So that's that. And then Black Mapping Salafiel is a decent card. Instead of counterblast, it is a Soul Blast. You don't add any cards to hand, but you just heal 1, damage 1, gains 10k if a card was sent to damage on this turn. Armati is here, so that way when you're on grade 2 and you have your grade 3 in your damage, or Black Observe Hamiel in damage, this card, you can pay the cost of Soul Blasting 1 to Superior Call this unit. If you get an extra counterblast, you can use this unit's skill if your Vanguard is a Black Vanguard, and then Superior Call a card from damage and damage yourself. So basically, you have a grade 3 during your grade 2 turn. So that is the grade 2 lineup. Next up, we have the grade 3. So I run 2 Black Observe Hamiels, 4 Black Shiver Gavriels, and 4 The Hour of the Holy Judgment Cometh. This is specifically a normal order. In Angel Feather, you will always have a card face up in damage, and if you play your cards right, you will always have a face up card in damage. It's great because essentially counterblast 2, you draw 2 and give one of your units 5k, but the main thing about this card is that you get hand advantage. All right. Next up, we have Black Observe Hamiel. This is great because since I have the crits in deck, you just stack this unit with crits and swing with a Sentinel Restrict. I mean, there's ways to get it. There's the Nile Griffin from Kagero. There is Grand Blue, that weird 3-unit combo that just pops this unit, but it's whatever. Whole point of this is that way you have more units to use to rescue check because of the first skill. The main thing is the first skill. The literal second skill, which Counterblast 3, gains a crit, 15,000 power till the end of the battle. That's literally if you manage to put this unit to 4 crit, and if your opponent's at 1 damage. So like literally because it gains a crit, it'll be 5 crit. So there's that. Main grade 3 is Black Shiver Gavriel. So yeah, Angel Feather Gyze. It works. It's consistent. Well, in the video that I posted, that is like an hour and 40 minutes long. It's not that consistent, but alright, that's the deck. Hope you enjoy that. This deck list. Why not? If you want to try it out, feel free to. That's the deck list. So thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.